Yeah, sure.
Alright, people, we're back. And of course, I'm joined by Luigi.
Spaghetti, ravioli, pasta, meatball.
He's...
I'm sorry, I had moon grains for Plants vs Zombies ear rape cranked up to the max. I'm sorry, what's going on?
Lancer.
Alright. Thank you,
Ria-
Keys, very much.
Oh shit,
Riara?
we're doing a roll call. Hi gamers, welcome to 27
Too late.
balls.
You missed your chance. Shut up.
Fuck.
Alright, let us continue. We were just about to get started with the trial.
Trial strength. Trial wisdom.
October 18th,
Trial of
10
I forget
a.m.
what the
District Court number 4.
Alright.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
The prosecution will show the court at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th. The defendant.
And it's still Edgeworth as the prosecutor? When are we gonna get, like, the cool guys and those objection.lols?
Mr. Will Powers. It's the first game. Chill out. Mr. Will Powers killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during this trial The evidence presented during this trial will all point to this fact.
I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness.
Very well. I call a most familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand.
Oh shit. Here we go again.
Detective, if you could briefly describe this case to the court.
Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studios, see? This here is the employee area, where the employees are. The actors did a run-through of this action scenes during the morning here. Why is there a bike there? This is the main gates of the studios, where a demon lives. I don't care if she gave me a donut, she's a fucking demon. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. on that day. See this image? She's a demon. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that area are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. The first one ever. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. And because they were in costume, it's the dumbest fucking body outline ever. It's really funny. Now on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer. The defendant, Will Powers. And a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went to Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came to Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was cancelled. This was due to COVID. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Anyways,
Should I listen to that whole thing again? I don't think we need to. I think
I'm not
I can.
saying it again, I'm getting food.
Nah, I think we're good. I think we're good. I think I can probably remember all that shit.
So the murder weapon was a spear. How medieval.
Samurai spear added to the court record.
Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see?
Understood.
Let's call the security officer to the stand.
I don't feel up to voicing her. You can just do it.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please!
Oh, Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Fucking Christ, she looks
When
hideous.
the old bag, dear. Dearie, just call me Grandma. When I was young, not old now, it was just my maiden name. It was just like all the children. Like, believe me, it was like this one. Captain Sassy Jr. I got the old bag when I cried and cried and cried because of... Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness!
Objection. Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony.
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate on the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, say I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have to pass by.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
She sure is one fuck of an old bag. Witness testimony. Witnesses
Stop
account.
it! Put a demon in the court!
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest have been doing run-throughs since the morning. I, well, had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from there until 5 p.m. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me, because a certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers that ran right there, and he was headed towards the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well, let's begin the cross-examination. Mr. Wright?
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Witness's account. Do me a sal real quick. Let's check the evidence. What? Yeah, go forward. Check evidence.
Evidence.
No, not that evidence. The photo. The photo. Can we
Try
check
not
that
to
real
be an
quick?
idiot
Can we check that real quick?
Well, I mean, this is supposedly, Powers headed to the scene of the crime.
Look very closely. I don't think it's Powers.
And they can't prove that was that. They can't. I don't think they can really prove that that's her or that fucking.
They are trans.
All right. Head one more to the left, more right, rather. That's okay. Again, I had some errands. Pressure on that. I'm curious about those errands.
it's sus.
What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the fucking question!
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers, observing, you know.
The screen.
Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station?
Neglect of duty. Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job!
I'm not sure who else would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watched Hammer's run through, always. Never missed one in all my years. Wow, I went to a Steel Samurai run through once.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea. Anyways, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. It was at the main gate from them until 5 p.m. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? It isn't me, because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m.
Which certain man? 2 p.m. You're sure?
Sure as spit.
Well, who was the man?
Billy, you should try not to get so excited at your age. You might strain something. Now, don't get your skeevies in a bunch. I'll tell you who it was. It was Powers, the man right there. He was heading towards the studio.
Hang on. Alright, after this press. Alright, so you explicitly saw Mr. Powers.
That's what I said. Got wax in your ears, Sonny? Nick, this is your chance.
Yeah, time to pull out the secret weapon.
I'll say it again. It was him.
Actually,
Yeah, about that.
So, let me get this straight. Old bag. Sorry, Miss Old Bag.
Hey!
You've been saying since yesterday that you, and I quote, saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo.
Photo.
What is this exactly?
Photo.
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo. Mrs. Oldbag. Is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course! Did your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right? No, they can't! Well, I mean, I wonder...
True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai. But that does not mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai.
Who's to say that's Mr. Powers in that costume? I know that! I wasn't born yesterday!
No one in the court is accusing you that. No one in the court is accusing you of that, Mrs. Witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Nosy old man. Of course I have proof.
What?
Huh?
Even Edgeworth is surprised?
The prosecution would like the the witness. Please make it known all the information in your possession ahead of time. How was I supposed to know that everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed the photo to that young detective. He told me this isn't any good as evidence. He told me this isn't any good as evidence, pal. He didn't even give it a second look.
Like that.
Wow, old windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good.
Let's hear about your proof, then.
The man in the photo. I never said anything I don't mean, mind you. The morning dude to run through the action scene. I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at this picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he had sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's gotta be... Hang on a second.
What's up?
I'll press her until she squeals. Alright, run it forward. Fourth statement. Something about breaking one of the props? That wasn't mentioned previously. The fuck she mean by that? Recording during the run-through of the action scene. Saw Powers fall. Trip and fall.
Yeah, so the thing, she must be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Spower sprained his ankle. I hope they make it better for him, of course.
You helped make it better?
I kissed it where it hurt.
I would not want that thing near my ankle.
Let's just skip over that part, shall we?
Alright, so, where was the assistant then?
Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Power's ankle. You may continue your testimony.
Broke one of the props. Press her on that. 'Cause that's a bit sus.
He broke a prop?
That's my line.
Oh, sorry. Sure did. His own samurai spear.
His samurai... The murder weapon? Hang on a second.
Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it.
This strikes me as a pretty significant fucking detail. I'd better write this down in the court record. Samurai spear updated in the court record.
Murder weapon. Great. The shaft has been met with duct tape.
And I do not think that duct tape is gonna, look very good in an actual movie and all that.
Everyone's
Hang on. Hang on a second.
Is that duct taped in the... Is that duct tape right there?
That might be, but I don't know.
I guess it could be.
I wouldn't press her on it though. Because that might not be the right course of action.
I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor?
Well, there is one thing that bothered me.
Which is?
Where is this steel samurai costume now?
Actually, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the steel samurai, yes? And it's clear that the person in the steel samurai suit was Will Powers.
I suppose that's right.
Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? Object. Hold it right there! We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers.
The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammond. We have to consider that possibility, also.
Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Hold on. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice.
Witness testimony. The witness's account continued.
The time of poor Anna's death was on 2:30. Was at 2:30, true? The only person I saw... I think someone's at the door holding our back.
Stuart, no, it's Freddy Fazbear.
Sorry about that.
Who was it? You shouldn't have answered the door.
Shit. The only
Clearly you answered the knocking at the door.
The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else was there. If they had, I would have seen them.
That's not true then. That's not true. Alright, I got...
So, if no one else went to the studio, then it would have to be this steel samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. Cross-examination witness's account continued. Fourth statement. Don't press it. I already know what to do. Because I have the hugest brain. Alright. Please present photo number 2. No, that one. Photo number 2.
brain is 3 sizes larger than yours.
Hold on.
Not Yuki's.
Look at this photograph one more time. Look at this photograph. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct?
Yes, sir, Sonny.
So, whenever anyone passes by here, it automatically takes a picture.
And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole your head from a hole in the ground. Right.
I'm going to skin you alive.
Anyway, it's also true that the computer at the guard station records all security cam data.
Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening.
That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo are printed the words October 5th, 2 p.m., photo 2.
Even I know that it was taken at 2 p.m. on October 5th, the 15th. Really, Sonny?
Photo 2,
Actually-
dipshit.
Actually, I knew that too. The issue here is the bit at the end where it says photo number 2.
Photo 2?
The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it was really the only photo?
Right, sir?
Ah, fuck, sorry. Order. Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright.
Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence shows that not 1 but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself.
Me? You watch your mouth, Whippersnapper! The only person I saw that day was Will Powers.
But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by.
Well, yes, that's what it seemed to me.
Can the witness explain this to the court, because the court is very stupid?
I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Empty boy, hello?
Never do that thing again.
Huh? Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what this means either. Some help you are a whippersnapper too. Whippersnapper?
Something the matter, Miss Oldbag?
Ah, that's right. I just remembered something.
Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai.
Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way.
I see. Your testimony, please.
Witness testimony, the other person.
The judge is getting sick of this shit.
Every day, after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through these photos recorded on the security computer to check them. Aren't there any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you know? Come to think of it, now I remember them, so I got one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I heard of this!
Dementia.
Well, of course, Sonny, I only just remembered it.
Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
If I'd say this is the
I
turn
swear
for the
every
unexpected-
case in here just makes a mockery of me.
Well, I'd say this was the turn for the unexpected, but I kind of expected this.
So there was another photo. There was literally another photo.
Press her on the fourth statement, I think, I guess.
God, dementia patients always fucking up my goddamn fucking shit. Fuck. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased?
A fanboy.
Fanboy? Chomp chomp.
Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks if you ask me. They get information about rehearsals from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. What was there that day?
Well, wait a second! Did you just say that nobody else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words.
Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. Yeah, we kinda do need to know!
Shut up.
The bridge has been loose for a while. It leads outside, and that's where they come in.
They come in through the drain like sussy little imposters?
I told you they were freaks. And,
And?
they're kids, children, whippersnappers.
They're indoctrinating them at a young age to be sussy imposters.
Shut
the
up.
fuck
Damn it.
up.
Why go through all the effort of like crawling through like the sewers to like get into this place to look at your favorite Steel
Because
Samurai
they're
guy
sussy!
instead of just jumping the fence?
Because Miss Oldbag is right there.
Listen,
Jump the
conspicuous.
fence in a different part. She's only covering like you know
Good point.
one
Miss
side.
Oldbag is like Freddy.
3 other angles of attack.
So...
Miss Oldbag is like Freddy Fazbear. They just teleport at will.
So, on the photo that you erased...
It was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade.
What?!
Order.
Yeah, I'll have
Let me
two
get
number
this
9.
straight. You saw a 3rd grader break in, and you didn't think that was suspicious. We're breaking and entering a crime on its. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day.
The judge is done with this shit.
One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be about 2nd or 3rd grade.
Oh, yes, what you see. We see his type there every day. Can't stop him. Can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assumed it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear.
Impossible, I think it's quite heavy.
Right, as I said, I didn't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what the fuck is happening? I mean, the boy was there, that makes him a suspect.
Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him.
Well, the court will take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time.
October 18th, 11:08 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3.
Mr. Powers,
Yes.
tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio.
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping. Honest.
So, who is the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How the
Two
fuck am I
more
supposed to
2nd
know?
grade. It was 2 more 2nd graders doing the tall guy thing, you know?
Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff!
Couldn't imagine anyone want to steal a Steel Samurai costume, let alone get in here.
What about all the 2nd graders who are huge fans? Why wouldn't
So,
they
where
want
does
to
this
steal
lead me?
an authentic I swear these are the most logic devoid people in all of fiction.
You ain't seen
The
nothing
voices in-
yet!
The voices in my head are finally making sense for once. Christ on a crutch.
Not for long.
It doesn't look good.
Not hard for Phoenix to be a good attorney when he's the only person who actually has common fucking sense.
Yeah, and my common sense is you guys, so where the fuck does that leave me? You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick!
I'm not
What are we gonna do?
Alright, first, we gotta play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could conceivably have done this.
What about that
What
old
are we gonna
bitch?
Exactly.
Right! And it'll take him so long to shoot us down, we can get another day.
I hate old people.
Right. If we pick the wrong person, might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick. It's time.
Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Leave us sigh like that.
So we're walking in, we're accusing the first witness we see.
You! You fucking did it!
Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers.
Pointing at the judge.
Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter?
The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went to the studios was a boy roughly 10 years of age. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else who could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant, Mr. Will Powers.
Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts?
Yeah, sure.
The defendant disagrees with the prosecution's claim.
You did it!
There is another person who could have committed this crime.
And they are in this very room.
Order!
One could
Interesting.
say they are...
Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. We only allow Edgeworth to do that. If you accuse someone who's obviously innocent, you will be penalized. You lose 10 points.
Right,
And remember,
Stakes
30
weren't high
points
enough.
buys you a bag of cookies.
I'm getting those. I'm getting those fucking double chunk chocolate chip cookies. God damn it! Right, great. As if the stakes weren't high enough.
I can't believe it.
I might lose my cookies.
We did
So,
it. The funniest
who was the
joke of this
person
entire
other than
playthrough.
Mr. Powers that could have committed murder?
Who
The
knows?
security guard.
Tell me, who knows about the
It was
week?
the security lady, Wendy Oldbag.
Tell me, who knows about the hurt leg? Who knows where the fucking gotta get the cop to the costume?
Well, hang on a sec. Let her hang herself first.
Who?
The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in this picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury.
Imagine if this
Hammer
was
killed himself.
The security lady, Oldbag.
Hold on a second.
Like, I want to see a Phoenix.
Actually,
like,
Mr.
Yeah.
Hammer
ends
knew
up-
about his injury, so he walked in so he could kill himself. It's obvious.
What? Whippersnapper!
Oh, dude, shut up.
Oh, you will whip it. You know who?
Order. Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag, that's Miss Oldbag to you!
Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder.
Why would she go to the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume?
Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers.
I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright.
Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock
Sherlock
Holmes
Holmes 2,
2,
baby!
Phoenix Wright getting ready to only ever accuse the fucking
Witness.
witness.
Forget
Phoenix Wright
when
when he
all
can't
you
accuse
have
the
is a
witness
hammer.
of being the murderer. He
What all
has
you have
no
is a
way
hammer.
of proving his defense.
Phoenix
All
Wright,
you have is a hammer. Everything looks like a nail.
Phoenix Wright.
Odd.
Imagine if Phoenix Wright was the witness.
Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection and some new damning evidence?
Usually, you've only had one freaking case against him. Anyways, well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter?
Edgeworth wants them arrested as well.
The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. What? What is that supposed to mean? Oh, so you think I did it? Is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there. Do something.
Never do that again.
What's my move? Maybe now's my chance to take this the whole way.
Now's your chance.
Press further.
Hey.
Press further. Slam her. Slam her to the ground.
Fucking curb stomper.
Edgeworth is
The very
just
same
too
reasoning that
upset
makes-
at like Old Bag's advances on him, so he's like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're the murderer. Get locked up for 40 years. I never want to see you again.
The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a suspect in this case can be used to cast doubt on Mrs. Oldbag's actions on that day.
I love how he's just like, yeah, fuck it. He's just like, I don't want this girl on me, just fuck her.
Why do you do something horrible to poor Hammer?
You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive too.
Indeed.
That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings. I don't care.
Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went to the studio? The boy! The one whose the photo I erased!
He's only a grade schooler, though, as you said. He's like third grade, was it?
That doesn't matter! When I cruise that age, I gotta put a pin in my old man in 10 seconds tops!
Third graders are fucking ruthless.
Your thoughts, Mr. Wright?
That boy is not the killer.
What? How can you be so sure? Or is it nice to me? Nice to the kids and me to your elders day, whippersnapper?
I have proof.
Proof?
Indeed, and let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows the boy
The
could
key card!
not have committed this murder.
The card key.
Like that.
Card key.
Vibe check, idiot. The scene of the murder, as we all know, was Studio 1. However, you need a card key to enter Studio 1.
Translation shenanigans be translation shenanigans.
So how can a boy with no formal relations to the studios have a card key?
I see.
Key card key.
Well, would the witness care to comment on this?
Windbag, speechless. This has gotta be a first.
What ending?
Very well. The court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Mrs. Windy? Was that her name?
Something old bag, Your Honor.
Everyone hates her. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Wait a second! I'm not gonna sit here while you just run out barking at the wrong tree! Me? I'm talking!
Excuse me.
Order, old man, for the
I
love of
banged the
God.
gavel.
No.
That means court is adjourned.
Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk.
Fucking Christ.
Mrs. Oldbag,
I'm about
what
fucking,
is this all about?
ready to bang my head against the corner of this, against this desk here.
Judge,
and-
can you please
I
use the
gavelled
gavel?
it. This is contempt of court. I think. I don't know. I'm just a
Old
judge.
bag, don't shut the fuck up.
Have you
for 5
omitted
seconds,
something
John.
from your testimony?
Actually, if you must know, there is something I was told not to talk about.
We get a single
By
case
whom?
without witness tampering, I swear.
So you mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? The fuck?
Testify, for Christ's sake.
My
In his
lips were sealed.
testimony, my lips were sealed.
Global Studios want me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studio at the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studio that day. But if you're
Seems
gonna
very
go accusing
suspicious.
me, I'm not gonna let them get away scot-free.
Oh!
Is this an inside job? Miss Oldbag, this is brutal fucking information. Why did you keep this from the court until now?
Because I made it the
Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told.
Well, here's something I'll tell you to do. Kill yourself now. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of Oldbag.
Mr. Wright, your cross-examination.
This should be quick.
Everyone's fucking done with
Let's
this.
fucking fuck.
I'm about fucking ready to bang my head against this here desk and say hello
Alright,
to my
so
sister.
who the hell were those other people at the studio on the day of the murder? Press second statement. Let's get this over with. Who the hell were those other people? So who in the hell were these people at the studio?
Well, the director and the producer, for starters.
The director?
You should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scenes without the director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one asked about it.
So, where were these people?
The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer.
Studio... There was a Studio 2?
Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. It's pretty fucking simple, as you can see. You're blinder than me. And I'm old. You go all the way to the gate and all the way to the left. The path of the monkey's head was falling over.
That was my line!
Sorry.
Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination?
I like to squeeze this orange.
I think I've already asked all my questions. I think we should just take a fucking break.
Let's squeeze this orange for all of it. It's true, shall we?
I hate old bag. I hate old bag.
Maybe... Miss Oldbag, this is a trial for murder.
I know that, silly. Still, they were pretty convincing about having nothing to do with it. And they gave me a little bonus on the side.
That's bribery!
Yeah.
So you got your bonus and you still talked. I think I've asked all the questions I have to ask.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Yeah,
I think we're done.
Here.
Alright, Your Honor, we have clearly learned that there were others at Global Studios on the day in question. The director, the producer, and some other fucking whatever the fucks were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers.
The court acknowledges the defense's point. Prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Miss Oldbag, and more information about these other people who we have just been told of.
I understand, Your Honor.
This ends the day's proceedings in the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. I need a drink.
I'll join you, bud.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rex. I was right to ask you to defend it.
Aw, really? It's nothing. Oh, or should I say...
Well, we'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigation. We have to find out more about this director and the producer. They'll be turning up in the next trial as witnesses, for certain. So, now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination.
So, Nick, can we figure out who it was in the Steel Samurai costume? Could it really be that? Could it really have been Old Bag?
What do you think, Mr. Powers?
I don't think it was really.
Neither do I, Nick.
Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there.
Same time.
Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take the pressure off of Mr. Powers.
Oh, Windback, kind of sorry for her.
I don't.
Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation.
You need 30.
Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Well, she's certainly not getting in. She's certainly not getting her chocolate chunks.
No more 2-bite brownies.
Right. We'll be back there to visit you soon. I could use a soda after that. Holy shit.
Thanks, guys.
The cookie joke is the single best joke we've made in this entire playthrough, and we will not top it. I think we should send it here, guys.
Yeah, damn. Guess we're not. Damn.
Actually, like, yeah, I was gonna go anyways because I need a drink.
Yeah. Alright, we'll cut it here, people. We'll see y'all next time.
This is the last episode.
No, this is the last episode. We hope you enjoyed watching the series up until this point, but this is the last episode.
Yeah, this is
hope
the
you
last
enjoyed
episode.
up until this point.
Blame your cookie. Blame your cookie in the description. Later, guys.
Alright, now we'll see you next time.
See you later, Stinkies.
He's lying. Don't believe him.